All right, Shalom Maki, I'm out there. First and foremost, Kal Halal Yahawashi Shai, Mashina Kabad Shalak Yam, and Shalom Vakasa Laha Bakayar. And this is a response video to Elder Tahar's video he entitled, Is Acts 15 the fulfillment of Amos 9 and 12? Because you got a lot of guys out there that's saying that the apostle went off by saying that our forefather James went off, you know? Which when you hear a man speaking about one of our forefathers going off, which was a man that was labeled as a righteous man, you're not supposed to just freaking get all emotional and go into this frenzy, but rather you should search and inquire of why would the elder make a statement like that, creating the Most High, and ask of him, and the Lord, will reveal unto you what the deal is, man. But you got a lot of guys that just they don't search the scriptures or study or nothing. They just hear something and just automatically get emotional, man. But they act like it's something new that our forefathers, even amongst the righteous of them, has slipped or have gone off. And I have a quick passage to prove that even our forefathers went off. Now, this is up in the book of Job, the 42nd chapter, dealing with Job and his friends. Because dealing with the book of Job, Job basically was persecuted. That's what his name means. He had everything took from him. And then he had his friends which accompanied him and was trying to comfort him through words. But his friends was not speaking the right thing. And the Most High confronted them. And this is Job 42:7. It says, And it was so that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said unto Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends, for ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer for yourself a burnt offering, and my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, and that ye have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. So this is a clear case showing that even our forefathers amongst the righteous, they slipped sometimes. They went off, man. So it's nothing new that you may hear that one of our forefathers, which were righteous men, have gone off before, man. But this is what the scripture says in Job 32:9. It says, Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. So that just further proves that, great men are not always wise. Now, when you jump to Acts 15, which is the main point of this video, when you jump Acts 15, and I'm going to give a brief summary, because what was going on was that you had a big argument between if the Gentiles. Let's read the first verse real quick. This is Acts 15:1. It says, A certain man which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, Except you be circumcised after the manner of Moses, you cannot be saved. So this was a big argument between Paul, Barnabas, and the men about whether the Gentiles, if they don't keep the laws or not, should they be saved or not. And the argument got so big that Paul and Barnabas had to go up to the apostles and elders at Jerusalem and inquire with this question, man. And even when Paul and Barnabas came down, they was disputing, and Peter had to raise up and say something. And I'm going to read Acts 15:7. It says, And when there had been much disputing, matter of fact, let's start at 6. It says, And the apostles and elders came together for the consider of this matter. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, Men and brethren, you know how that a good while ago the Most High made choice among us, that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe. So Peter had to step up into this conversation and give his statement dealing with this matter. Then after Peter stepped up, the Spirit jumped on Peter, the Spirit jumped on James to speak this. And I'm going to read it. This is Acts 15 and 13. It says, And after they had held their peace, James answered, saying, Men and brethren, hearken unto me. Simon have declared how the Most High at the first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. So James was referring to what Peter just had spoken in the 7th verse, right? And it says, to agree and to this agree the words of the prophet as it is written. So James is further validating Peter's point by saying that this prophecy has came to pass. This prophecy, which is talking about Amos 9 and 12. All right. It says, and to this agree the words of the prophet as is written. After this I will return to build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and will build again the ruins thereof, and will set it up, that the residue of man might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles whom my name is called, said the Lord, who doeth these things. Now, when you read Amos 9 and 11 and 12, this is what it says. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close the breaches thereof, and will rise up to his ruins, and will build it in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Now this is talking about when after America be destroyed, Yahawashi come back and establish our kingdom, we're gonna possess the Edomites and the heathens. We're gonna possess the land of Edom, and we're gonna have the heathens in slavery. Now, in the book of Acts, the 15th chapter, that was not the fulfillment. During that time, when it was having that dispensation, during that time of the Acts 15, that was not the fulfillment of Amos 9 and 12. Amos 9 and 12 is going to be fulfilled when we're in the future. Amos 9 and 12 is not even fulfilled as of right now. This is going to be fulfilled when the Lord come back and establish our kingdom and give us power over the nations again. Matter of fact, if I could read this up in Revelations 2. Revelations the 2nd chapter, the 26th verse, it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my words unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So we still have to overcome what's finna happen. So this is not have yet been fulfilled. And after we have overcome and keep the words to the end, we're going to be given power over the nations, or we're gonna possess Edom, his land, the land of Edom, and we're gonna have these heathens in slavery, man. All right. So to answer the apostles' question, is Acts 15 the fulfillment of Amos 9 and 12? No, it is not. So that's why you heard the elder say that James went off, because the prophecy that he went back to verse 15 and 15, and to this agreed the words of the prophets as it is written. The prophecy up in Amos 9 and 12 haven't been fulfilled yet, but James was saying it as if it had been fulfilled during that time, you know. And I have right here, so that's the answer to the apostles' question, that it has not, the Amos 9 and 12 was not the fulfillment in Acts 15. The fulfillment is going to come in the near future when the Lord returns, man, and establish our kingdom again. And I have a quick another passage that shows that, you know, something that was fulfilled in its right time, dealing with the Lord. And this is Luke 4 and 17. It says, and there was delivered unto him a book of the prophets Isaiah. And when he had opened the book and found the place where it was written, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance unto the captives, and recover the sight of the blind, to set liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And he closed the book and gave it again unto the minister, and sat down. And the eyes of them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. And he began to say unto them, this day this scripture is fulfilled in your ears. Now the Lord was referring back to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, the 61st chapter, and he told them, look, this when he read that, he said, I'm the Spirit is upon me to do that, and he fulfilled Isaiah's 61st chapter. That was a proper fulfillment of that, of something that was written aforetime, written in the book of Isaiah. So that was a proper fulfillment. But dealing with Acts 15th chapter, when James said that, to 15 and 15, and to this agree the words of the prophets, and he referred back to Amos 9 and 12. This have not yet been fulfilled yet, man. It wasn't fulfilled back then, and it's going to be fulfilled in the near future. All right. So, you guys that full of emotions, man, instead of trying to dive and search, you look shameful, man. All right, you look shameful because you got these dudes, man. One thing they do, they always could try to say somebody going off and try to correct and all that shit. But yet, if you saying that somebody's going off and that they're wrong, you're supposed to push out a video showing how to correct it, like showing what they're speaking about, which none of these dudes do, man. You just like to say something wrong and then that's it. You're supposed to rebuke and then reprove, man. You're not supposed to just rebuke and that's it. That's because you guys don't know what y'all talking about, man. The Lord, Yahawashi, ain't dealing with you dudes, man. Or everybody who's saying that, man. The Lord ain't dealing with you, man. And I got a couple quick scripts and I'm gonna close it out because I don't want to make it too long. This is I'm gonna jump to Sirach chapter 21. This is the book of Sirach chapter 21 verse 15. It says, if a wise man hear if a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add on to it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casts it behind his back. So that's what's going on with you guys. You don't know how to. For one, you're not a skillful man. You're not a wise man, so you don't know how to add and commend on to the truth, man. But you cast the truth behind your back, man, because it's displeasing to you, because you're emotional. You think this truth is personal, man, a personal thing, man. It's about the truth, man. That's all it's about. If you ain't speaking the truth, you going to the scriptures say, mark that man. We're gonna mark you, man. We're trying to correct you, all right? And then I'm gonna jump to this Proverbs, and then I'm gonna close it out. It says, my son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow down thy ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips mayest keep knowledge, man. Right? So you need to be bowing down your ears so you can get understanding, man. So that you may be able to regard discretion. You may be able to understand right from wrong, what is the truth and what is not the truth, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. All right. But first you gotta bow down your ear and shut your mouth up, man. And inquire of the Lord, man. Search and do studying, man. And these answers will be revealed unto you. Because the scripture said that mysteries are revealed unto the meek man. Be humble and the Lord will deliver these things instead of being all emotional, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna say, Ka halal Yahawashi Shai, Mashinakaba Shalak Yayum, and Shalom Bakasalaha Bakiyar. Shalom.